Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Aries, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Aries, I hope that you're doing well. I'm using two decks for your reading today. The first one from the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck, and the tarot reading for the Housewives from the Housewives Tarot. Cards have been pre-shuffled. Getting one card for the overall energy for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, please, Spirit. One card, please. Thank you. Wow, the Shaman. Number 16. Number 16 relates to the Tower card, the Major Arcana, the Tower card, Aries, and Scorpio energy. It's interesting. Scorpio also got a reference to the Tower card in their reading as well. And I said to Scorpio, you may be dealing with an Aries, and Aries, you may be dealing with a Scorpio. Take that as it resonates. The Shaman, what is the Shaman? Somebody who is really connected to the earth, to nature, to the spirit world, and combining all of those elements to be able to speak to the spirits, speak to the divine. The shaman is also a very learned person in what it is that they study, right? So, you know, we have these modern day shamans, but then we also have these shamans in these kind of tribal settings, and they're highly, highly learned in their communities. It's a practice that requires a lot of diligence, a lot of careful consideration. It's power. It's harnessing the power of Mother Nature. It's harnessing the power of the divine, knowing fully well that to in any way degrade that power, to misuse that power, is to cause an unforgivable act. And there's something about that. Like, you don't mess with energy. Like the shaman, the energies that the shaman works with, you can't mess with those energies in the wrong way, or you pay a price for it. Right? And I'm also seeing like these skulls here. It's like you're paying a price for it. That's why a lot of people, like if they're doing ayahuasca or something like that, right? They're kind of taking ayahuasca to achieve different states of being. You don't just take that stuff willy-nilly and just say, you know, bottoms up. That is not how that works, right? You need to have a guide. You need to have someone who understands the journey themselves and that can guide you through it. Because otherwise you could be lost. There's something to that here. There's something about your energy that is requiring a lot of careful consideration and a very, very healthy respect for the energies that you're dealing with. I almost see, I'm looking at this card and I'm almost seeing this portal opening right in the center, like that blackness right there. Spirit just showed me this, like, this portal opening. There's some darkness here. Maybe you've been dealing with some dark thoughts or dark energies lately. Rather than running away from them, it's almost as if there needs to be a healthy exploration as to why they're coming to the center of your life right now. So 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, advice from spirit. Yeah, I knew, yeah. Okay. I have a friend in spirit, passed away recently. He was an Aries, and I feel him very heavily right now in this reading. Yeah, okay. 3 extra cards came out at the end there. I'm going to take the 3rd one as the overall, excuse me, I'm going to take the 3 as the overall energy in combination with the shaman. The 3 of Cups, the Queen of Cups in reverse, and the Magician in reverse. Let's talk about the 3 of Cups first. The 3 of Cups talks about celebration. But you know what it's making me think of? I'm not seeing it in the typical meaning of the card. It's referencing to me the movie 2001, which is probably my favorite film of all time, besides The Shawshank Redemption, not that anybody cares. The 3 of Cups in the typical card would talk about, you know, 3 friends coming together, clinking glasses, but there's a baby in this card. And it makes me think of that scene from 2001 where the whole movie is about exploration of outer space, exploration of consciousness itself, of the intelligence that we as humans have created, the artificial intelligence, and the intelligence of the divine, of the universe, of that which we cannot see. And when the movie kind of reaches its climax, a baby appears. This sense that, you know, now Spirit is playing that song from Coldplay, The Scientist. Can we go back to the start? Come up to meet you, tell you I miss you. Wait. No one said it was easy. No one ever said it would be this hard. Nobody said it was easy. Something, can we go back to the start? So that song could be relevant. Well, first of all, it's from Coldplay and it's called The Scientist. So that could resonate. But this is a very heady reading, I can already tell. Like it's like you might be asking the big questions right now. What is the meaning of life kind of questions? And people just don't ask. I ask those questions all the time, but I've come to find in my life, there are some people that just really do not ask those questions. It terrifies them. It terrifies them to ask the questions, what is the meaning not only of life, but of my life? What happens when we die? What is in the great void of outer space? These mysteries. They don't like to ask those questions. It makes them highly, highly uncomfortable and anxious. But I feel like you're asking those questions right now. Queen of Cups in reverse. This is Cancer energy. Normally, the Queen of Cups would talk about somebody who is really loving, giving, generous with their heart, with their time, their emotions. And whenever I see the Cups card, this card in particular in reverse, it's self-care. It's not about giving to other people. It's about giving to ourselves at this time, that we want to make sure that we're okay. Magician in reverse, major arcana number 1. This is such a bizarre image. It's a washing machine. When washing machines were new and novel, right? The magician has the power of all 4 suits of the tarot. They wield the power of all 4 suits. They're the master manifester. This card is in reverse. The spirit kind of telling me at this time you're focusing on yourself because there's, for some reason, I think you have a manifestation blockage, right? Which is why you could be asking these bigger questions. Like, why do I desire what I desire, and why aren't my desires coming to fruition? In the past energy, the 4 of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. Leo got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. This is, for me, it's Libra energy. Queen of Swords typically is a truth teller and a truth seeker. She already knows the truth. She's just demanding that you tell it to her. She already knows what it is. She's just questioning. When the card is in the reverse, it kind of tells me that there's a refusal to look at the truth. She's refusing to look. So in the past energy, there could have been something really, really difficult that you didn't want to look at. And it could have happened when you opened yourself up. 4 of Pentacles. See, you have this like the china cabinet that's completely closed. 4 of Pentacles is blocking the heart chakra, holding our pentacles really, really close. It's like they call the 4 of Pentacles the miser of the tarot. Really stingy, miserly, close to our chest. In the reverse, though, it shows me in the past you cracked it open a little bit. Maybe you opened your heart a little bit. You opened your life a little bit, because Pentacles energy is all about the earthly realm. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could have opened up a little bit. Then there was something there that you might not have wanted to see. What was that, Spirit? Too many cards, Spirit. Too many. It was like 10 cards came out. I can't take 10. Sorry. Just want 1 card. 1 card, please. What was it, Spirit? 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Maybe that you invested into the wrong thing. 8 of Pentacles all about where we invest the majority of our effort, energy, resources, time. Lots of hard work went into something. That's the 8 of Pentacles. Often talks about a workplace scenario. Doesn't have to, though. Could talk about a relationship too. I asked Spirit, what was it that we didn't want to look at the truth about? And it could be something that you, okay, it wasn't the place where you invested. It was the place, it was what you didn't invest in. That maybe looking back, you think you should have invested in. Right? So if this is, it's just an example. Let's say it's a relationship or a job. You didn't give your 100%. And maybe you don't believe in that. There's some people that don't believe that you should give anything 100%, like of you, that's external to you, like a relationship or a job. But you didn't give it what it deserved, what it required, what it deserved. Those are 2 different things. Spirit is giving me those words. And you're kind of looking at that now. I think there's a little bit of regret energy here. Like you open your, like, let's say, could be just for one person, but let's say there's somebody cool that came into your life. Maybe you felt that they were a soulmate. You opened yourself up to it, and then maybe it got a little too intense. And the truth of it was that they loved you. that's very scary for some people. And because of that, you pulled your investment away. This is classic. This just is classic for so many people. There's just love that's too intense. We're not ready. We're not focused. So we reject that person. We reject ourselves. Now, if it wasn't the right person for you, it's not the right person for you. But what if they were really awesome and you just couldn't do it for whatever reason? You had your reasons. You couldn't do it. In the past energy, you're looking at that now. And I feel as though there's some regret. And in the present energy, you have the heartbreak card, 3 of Swords. It's crazy. The Aries that I knew, who is one of my spirit guides now, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. He had this, not this, but the 3 of Swords symbol. He had this tattooed to his forearm. I thought he was crazy for doing that. Crazy for doing that. Why would you ever tattoo 3 of Swords to your body? I can understand it now, but 3 of Swords is the heartbreak, heartache, disappointment card. This is your present energy. It's clarified by the Hermit. Major Arcana, number 9, Virgo energy. The Hermit card talks about becoming, or being very insular. It seems really happy-go-lucky here, but it's like, it's bizarre. It's a bizarre image. One, because like the scale of this deck is very strange. Like the people, like the scale of the people is very caricature-like, and like the heads are really big. But it almost looks like she's taking a bath in a hand, like a sink, not a tub. There's something to that. It's almost like you feel larger, like your spirit is larger than the confines of the life that you're in, which is why you could be asking these intense cosmic level questions. Maybe you don't feel like you belong, right? That's understandable. Got both these cards in the upright, and it could be just really throwing you off. Can I get a clarifier? What is this 3 of Swords about? Thank you, Spirit. 2 4 cards. Double 4. So you could be seeing 4-4 a lot of places. Okay. 4 of Wands, 4 of Cups in reverse. 4 of Wands is the 11-11 card. It talks about a stable foundation. Celebrating that firm foundation, celebrating what we've built for ourselves. 4 of Cups in reverse is great, because in the upright, it's like, see how she's like almost refusing it? 4 of Cups in the upright is kind of apathetic, complacent, bored. But in the reverse, it's like we're willing to receive now, right? So I'm asking Spirit for a clarifier about the heartbreak. So this could be this will have already happened. It's not to say it will happen. This is the present energy. Maybe there's been a breakup or a divorce. But when the 4 of Cups is in the reverse, it's kind of like we're going to take on a new cup now. We want to bring something new into our life. We want something that is more in line and in keeping with our personality or our proclivity or our life path. Because up to this point, we haven't really been feeling it too much. Okay, Spirit just said stranger in a strange land. And so you're asking all these questions while you're in hermit mode. The hermit goes through the dark night of the soul, a kundalini awakening, right? Where all of our, when you go through the dark night of the soul, what's actually happening is you're looking at your traumas and your triggers and your fears, and you're purging those things. You're coming to grips with those things. You're looking at those things. You're trying to, at least. Some of it might be difficult. It might be difficult to admit to yourself that for a huge chunk of your life or your time, you invested in the wrong thing. That sucks. We've all been there. But right now, you're looking at it and saying, you know what? That could have sucked, but I learned a lesson from it. I learned more about myself. I learned about how I wanted to be treated, how I wasn't treated, how I want to be treated, where I didn't draw boundaries and I'm now drawing boundaries. The things that trigger me, that I will not allow to trigger me anymore. That's the hermit energy, and it blows all of the chakras open, right? Because they're blockages in our energy. We're blowing all the chakras open. I'm starting to feel a little bit of a sore throat. I have done a lot of readings today, but it's not that. Spirit's like drawing my attention to the throat chakra, right? Maybe there are things left unsaid that you have wanted to say as I pick up my lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli supports open throat chakra and the freedom of expression and a way with words. Right? In the future potential, right? When did I say we're trying to bring in that the new friendship, the new love, the Ace of Cups, Two of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse. In the future potential, you are really trying to meet your own self halfway is what Spirit just, the sentence that they just gave me. Two of Cups can talk about divine partnership, but it can also talk about the union between, or rather the connection between you and your higher self, you and your soul. Right? It's the sense that there's the us down here in the earthly realm, and then there's the us up there in the 5D. Us up there in the 5D. When we bridge that gap between our soul space, which speaks to us through our solar plexus, right? Our intuition. When we can trust ourselves. What does it mean to trust yourself? What does that mean? When we can trust ourselves, our souls. When we become in alignment with that, then the path opens up very clearly for us. And then we can start to do things like accept new love into our life. Accept what Spirit has to offer us. But until that time, we remain a little stagnant. We remain a little confused about what we're supposed to do. Maybe that's why you're calling on the shaman's energy right now, because you're looking for that guidance while in the hermit energy. What is this Two of Cups, Ace of Cups in reverse, please, Spirit? One card of clarifier. Got 2 cards, 3 cards. Wheel of Fortune, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. Wheel of Fortune, divine timing. I want to point out, because this came out in the Leo reading, you see, this is the number 10 card, but she's holding up 3 fingers, and it's so mysterious to me. Like, I can't stop looking at it, because it's so, like, okay, you know what it reminds me of? You know what Spirit is showing me? Very specific. The album for, well, a lot of the Beatles albums, but the album, the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the Lonely Hearts Club, right? The Lonely Hearts Club. That album may be very significant to you. I like the Beatles, but I don't know their whole discography or anything. But on the cover of that album, one of the Beatles, I want to say, it could be John, but I feel like it's Paul. Anyway, somebody is holding their hand up, but it's above one of their heads. And I remember reading once that there were all these bizarre clues in the Beatles album covers. And that was like a symbol of like death or something. Maybe it was over John's head, because obviously he was tragically killed, right? John Lennon. But I'm not alluding to that or anything in this card, but it's that sense that there's like a hidden symbol in plain sight. There's something happening in plain sight for you that you're kind of trying to figure it out. You're trying to make sense of it. Like Spirit might be showing you the same word or the same symbol, the same repeating numbers, but you don't know what it means. It's like you don't know the codex. Like you can't crack the code. And it's driving you nuts. Because at first maybe you thought it was a coincidence, and it's happening way too many times for you to think that it's a coincidence anymore. Wheel of Fortune talks about divine timing and good luck. So that's a great card. Nine of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, though. These are all cards clarifying your future potential, with the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups in reverse. Like, why can't we grab onto these cups right now? We want to grab onto these cups. These cups represent love and feelings, emotions, and happiness. Why can't we grab onto these cups? Right? The timing would suggest that we could. Well, it's because there's a decision that needs to be made here. The Nine of Wands talks about burden. Right? We're climbing this ladder and it's very awkward. It doesn't seem like there's an end in sight. The Seven of Pentacles talks about investment and questioning our investment into something. You're questioning the effort that you've been putting into something right now. Perhaps asking, when is it going to yield this fortuitous experience? Right, and I will point out to you, like she's holding up the three, and there are three cups here. Right. So, Spirit's advice, look, sorry, Aries, there's going to be some mystery for a little while longer. But with the Moon card, Major Arcana number 18, Pisces energy, all about mysteries, illusion, confusion, secrets. It's a part of life. Part of life. Sometimes we can't know it all. We can't know all the mysteries, or else life would be boring. Right? We can try to approach them, absolutely, as we should. We should be asking the hard questions. But with the King of Pentacles here, it almost says you're going to be just fine. King of Pentacles is all about stability in the material world. Keep asking the hard questions. Stay grounded. This is earth energy. Stay grounded. Stay grounded and in a knowingness of who you are, so that you can also then expand your mind and expand your consciousness. I'm going to read number 16, the Shaman. Where is 16? Shaman. Magi, sorcerer, medicine woman. 3. That's bizarre. Sorry. This happened in the Leo reading too. It's like the number 3 came. I didn't know what the 3 was, and then Spirit shows me the 3, right? 3 archetypal ingredients constitute the shaman, and all must be present in order to reveal its magic. First, the shaman is activated by long-standing and diligent study, the mentor. Second, its orientation is generously and accurately aimed towards the healing of the self, the other, and the culture, the healer. And third, the shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other world, allowing psychic visions and old magic to leak into this world, the unseen. In this way, the shaman is a master who bridges the everyday and the sacred, revealing potent power needed desperately in our time. Yet where there is power, there is shadow. So the shaman must be vigilant in studying their darkness. This card reminds us that the force of healing is ultimately not our own. We must shape it and share it with the world. That's your reading, Aries. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Aries.